All right, let's start. This is 8.4, number 16. We're trying to rationalize the denominator. That's the whole point here. So let's go with it. This is the answer already. This is what the answer XYZ homework says is the answer. So, but let me rewrite the problem here. It's square root of x and square root of x minus 7. So what we do here is we are going to multiply by the conjugate. Conjugate. There it is. There's a spelling for it here. And the conjugate is the same exact thing that's on the bottom, except for the sign in the middle has been changed. It's that right there. And so whenever we multiply on top and bottom, we got to multiply by the same number here. So that's where we're at right here. And so the question is, why do we multiply by the conjugate? And give you the long explanation here. It's because whenever we are going to FOIL this out, square root of x times square root of x becomes x. Square root of x times 7 makes a positive 7 square root of x. And then when you multiply the inside terms together, you get a negative 7 square root of x. And notice these two terms are opposite. They're going to cancel each other out. So that little square root that's there goes out. And then at that point, you've rationalized the denominator. And then we got to multiply the outside pieces. So negative 7 times positive 7 is negative 49. These guys cancel, and voila, what I have on the bottom is x minus 49. And again, it's because we rationalized the denominator. That's why we rationalized this. We are done as far as the denominator goes because there's no square roots. There's no square roots here at all. Now all we got to do is multiply the tops together. So then at this point, it's one term here, multiplying two terms here. So if I multiply the x's together, or the square root of x's together, square root of x times square root of x becomes x. And then the square root of x times 7 becomes a positive 7 square root of x, which is the exact same thing as our answer right there. Perfect. All right, this is 8.4, number 18. And here we are to rationalize the denominator. That's what we need to be doing here, rationalize the denominator. And I didn't put the answer on here. That's what was missing. Okay, so I'll just give you the right answer at this point. So here it is. Rationalized denominator is very similar to number 16. Let me rewrite the problem here. There it is. And so we don't care what the top is saying to us. We just care about this part right here. So the question here is, what is the conjugate of the square root of x, square root of a plus 5? And the conjugate of square root of a plus 5 is square root of a minus 5. Yeah, it is the same thing as the top, but that's not a real issue for us. We just want to make sure that it's the exact same thing with the sign in the middle has been changed. That's it. That's the important part. Okay, so whatever we multiply on the bottom, we got to multiply on top. So we go from there. All right, so let's multiply these guys together. First ones multiplied together gives you an a. The outside ones give you a minus 5 root a. Inside ones gives you a positive 5 root a. And the last ones give you a minus 25. So notice these guys are gone. And what we have here is we have a minus 25, which now we have rationalized our denominator. Okay, now we just need to simplify the tops together. So let's see what we get here. So for this one, we're going to FOIL this out as well. So the square root of x, square root of a times square root of a just becomes a. So I don't have to rewrite this whole problem later on. Then we're going to multiply these guys together. It makes a negative 5 square root of a. The inside ones would make a negative 5 square root of a. Notice these guys are the same now, the same signs now. And that added together gets you a plus 25. So if I were to put this down, in fact, let's put this down over here. I'm going to get an a. These added together makes a negative 10 square root of a plus 25. And that should be the answer at the XYZ site as well.